Hello everyone, it's Becky and today is Thursday, June the 5th. Already in the afternoon here. Done took my sister to therapy. This week is Spirit Week over at the therapy place. So we wore in hula skirts and leis to help them with Spirit Week. I got these bumps on my leg. All right, let's see what we're gonna do. And then afterwards, I took her to get her labs, and then we went to the bank machine. And then tonight we're gonna go down to the Eagles Airy, and we're going to play bingo. Bingo, bingo, bingo. Hopefully we get some bingos tonight. A sweater. It's been raining off and on all day long. A sweater with some ice cream. How about that? And we got this cool looking sweater die cut. Let me see, is it in here? I think it's in here. There it is. So, we are going to be making this sweater. And I know the ice cream is also a die cut. So we're going to be doing more die cuts today. Okay, where is my paper? Yellow, we're on to green. Receipt fell on the ground. Gotta blow my nose. Alright, let me get a pair of scissors. Let's get this yellow pair. I wrote some more in my story while we were at therapy. Still on chapter 4. Chapter 4 is going to be a long chapter. This is the chapter when she's in the hospital. When the hero and the heroine meet back up again, like 4.5 years later. It was just a minor accident. But now, so she's okay, so it's 4.5 years later. The prosecutor, Marlon is his name. His name is Marlon Campbell. And he's like the assistant prosecutor, or he is the prosecutor. I forget what I was making him. I'll have to go back and read my notes. So he's in his office reading the newspaper, and he's flipping through, reading headlines and things, and he comes to the last page of the newspaper, and down here's a little article. It talks about this homeless man who gets killed. And the article goes on to say that he died from renal failure because he's missing his kidneys. So this is the case that Marlon was investigating when the girl hopped in his car and kissed him. And the case had went cold. That same day it had went cold. So 4.5 years later, he's reading this article and he's wondering, like, all right, is this case, are they coming back out in the open? What's brought them back out? So he decides to go talk to the coroner to get a little bit more information, to see if like a calling card, you know, there was the telltale signs of whoever was killing the homeless people always left like a calling card that only the prosecutor knew about. So he's getting in the car, having his assistant bring the car around. At the same time, Margot, who is our heroine, is getting ready to cross the street, is on a busy Manhattan, New York corner, getting ready to cross the street, and she's flipping through the paper, and she flips it to the back. And the light turns green, so she's kind of getting pulled along with the crowd out to the middle of the road as they're crossing the street. And she sees the article about the homeless man getting killed, and she starts slowing down in the crosswalk till she finally stops. And she's looking at this article thinking, oh my gosh, they're starting up again. What are they doing? You know, she half expects it, but she's surprised. She knew it was coming, but she didn't know when. So she's still shocked to see the article, because this is what her parents' research team, this was their MO, and she knows this. And they had been silent for the last 4.5 years. So she sees this article. She stopped in the middle of the road. The light turns green. She hears car horns honking. Realizes the light has turned green. This is Manhattan. You're either going to get run over or they're going to go around you. So she hastily runs to the other side of the street and is about to step onto the curb when a courier on a bicycle steps in front of her, bumps her, which causes her to lose her balance, and she falls back into the street backwards. At the same time, our hero's coming this way, so she falls, hits her head on the front of his car, you know, and is now unconscious on the ground right here, right? So they get out, you know, the driver sees the girl unconscious. The passenger gets out, which is Marlon. He sees her unconscious. He sees his driver trying to get a hold of EMS to come and help the girl. Not, you know, nobody's answering. He says, forget it, we'll take her. It's faster for us to take her. So they get the girl in the car. They take her to the hospital. Doctor does brain scans, and they stitch her up. She ended up having to have like 12 or 13 stitches in her head because she busted her head open. And they tell Marlon, well, she's got to stay. Tell me what happened. He tells what happened. And they say, well, we're going to keep her for observation overnight, and then we'll release her. But she has to go home. Somebody has to be there for the next 48 to 72 hours, or we're not going to release her. So he tells the doctor thank you, and the doctor leaves. So he goes into the room, and you know, the girl's going in and out of consciousness because her head hurts and whatever. But she finally wakes up, and she sees the man, and I think she asks him what happened. Anyway, they talk a little bit, and he starts to tell her what happened. And in walks the little clerk, you know, the ones who registered you to stay in the hospital. She comes in and asks the girl for, well, I need your name. Ma'am, I need your name, and I need your photo ID. So Marlon hands her the girl her purse, and she says, my name is Paige Nelson. She doesn't tell that her name is Margot Page, which is what the family's last name was. She says, my name is Paige Nelson, because she thought ahead to change her name all those years ago, so her family couldn't find her. But she kept her first name Paige, so maybe he could find her. You know, she gets thinking about that while she's giving the clerk all her information. When her attention's brought back to the clerk, because the clerk's saying, well, they're going to keep you overnight, but tomorrow when you get released, you'll have to be released to somebody. Your caretaker's going to have to come, and you'll be released to their care for the next 42 to 72 hours. Is this going to be a problem for you? And Margot whips her head back around like, yes, because there's no one at home. And then Margot asks, well, what's going to happen if I have nobody? She says, well, your hospital stay will be extended for those days. When Marlon says, no, that's fine. She'll come home with me. I'll take care of her. And Margot's looking at Marlon, and the clerk says, okay, that's settled then. Thank you. Closes up her laptop, and she walks out. So I'm to that point to where she's almost ready to go home with him. That's as far as I've made it in the story. So I'll keep you posted. Look, I'm doing this before I even get our date on there. Doing it backwards today. I notice when I do other things first and then come in here to go craft, that my sessions are a little bit longer. Have you noticed that? I'm more chatty. More things to talk about, I reckon. Okay, sweater and ice cream. All right, I need to find the ice cream, so when we come back, we will do this page. All right, I've got our paper. I found our ice cream. Now we're going to do the die cuts. Ouch. I got several different ice creams we're going to use. We're going to do these two. There goes the material underneath this chair touching the back of my foot again. Making me think there's something under there crawling on me. All right. Make that one. Where's the other? We're gonna make some ice cream cones. I want to make some ice cream cones. Okay, then next, I want to make like this little part of this handle. I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to do the bottom part of this. All I want is the little handle part. That's all I need. All I need. Okay. Set that aside for a second. Let me get my little pokey thing. Poke out these pieces. There. Alright, then I'll use a little bit of this. I'm going to do that. Where's the ice cream at? Yesterday we had a nice surprise. We didn't get mail the day before. I mean, Pete checked once, I checked once, so we didn't think to go back out and check the mailbox again the day before. So yesterday when I went and got mail, there was a notice in the mailbox about stop by for a car wash, drive-through car wash, and a meal. Well, by the time I went and got it, it was over. Because I didn't get the mail till it was almost 2 o'clock, and the thing was from like 10 to 1:30 or something. So we had had lunch. The next thing I know, Kylie come knocking on the door. Would you like 2 dinners, 2 meals? I said, sure. And I know it was the CEO who was in the riding around in the little golf cart with her. So they were passing out the left, and it said on the flyer, it says please reserve because limited to the first 100 people. So, you know, here comes Kylie with them 2 meals. So they were going door to door passing out the extra meals. Okay, next I want to do we're going to do this color for the ice cream. So we're going to do the ice cream now. And then the last one we need to do is our sweater. Okay, next we're going to use this as our sweater. Alright, let me get that sweater. Alright, we're going to use this. I'm going to do a couple of times just to see if the impressions from the sweater get on the thing. All right, I think we got enough. Okay. How cute is this sweater, you guys? Seems to me there were pieces that went on this. I don't see them now. Seems to me there were like the cuff pieces and the collar piece, but I don't see them now, so I'm not sure what I did with them. All right, there's that. Next, let's poke the holes in our ice cream. Poke out all the little holes. Okay, there's one. We don't need that. We don't need that. We do need this. Our ice cream cone. Okay, there's one. We got all of our little frilly dillies out of here. that one's done. All right, we got to do that one. That one. Let me see, we're going to put this ice cream cone away. And we'll do that one. All right, we don't need this one. We do need this ice cream cone. That's kind of silly. They only give us 2 ice cream cones to four different toppings. Well, we might use them other ones. All right, summer fun. There's that. All right, there's that one. There's that one. We're gonna cut off the brown part there. No, maybe I'll leave it like that. We'll see. We will see. Well, maybe one of them, oh, there it is. I was going to say, maybe one of them bases was the brown. Oops. You know it's not good when I go oops. Come on. Come on. See, we gotta pull this little. Now it broke. It broke. We're gonna try and salvage it though. Okay. Put them over there for a second. Put that over there. That's trash. All right, let's finish cleaning these up now. think I can get that one. I don't think I can get all of these either. Huh. Well, we may be making some more. Or going over the ones that I have right there. There, we got that one. Okay. Now we're going to try and put our page together. Do we want to put this on anything? Like, do we want to put this on here? Let's see what size this is. Let's make it a 5-inch square. No. Let's make it a 6-inch square. Well, first of all, we're going to get it on an edge that's straight. Not quite 6. But close enough. Close enough. Yeah, I'm missing part of this sweater. I know I am. What did I do with it? Alright, you guys, what did I just do with the sweater? There it is. I'm gonna put this right there. That side's pretty. Maybe we should leave that side. I kind of like that side better. What do you guys think? You know what I feel like doing? Oops. Our sweater's getting dirty, you guys. I'm gonna be playing here for a second. There, I like that sweater better. What do you think? I like it. Alright, we're going to put our sweater. So I guess it didn't really matter which color paper I picked out for the sweater. Okay, let's trim this down a little bit more. There, we're gonna put that down here in the corner. All right, now we need to put some ice cream on this page. We're going to put this over this. Yep, we are. All right, then we are going to put glue on the back. And we're going to put this down here. All right, then we're going to cut this. We're going to put this over this part of the ice cream. We'll put this up over here. And then we will find an ice cream. We're going to put one over there. So we're going to glue this little piece here at the bottom of the cone, or the ice cream. All right. Now let's put some glue on this. There. I think we're going to call it done. We have ice cream and sweater. How cute is this? I wonder if we can put... Nah, I'm going to leave it the way it is. All right, I'm going to take my picture, clean my desk, and we're going to move on. Okay, let's draw us some numbers. Nope, that ain't it. We want this. Spin that wheel. Number 185. Number 121. 187. $197. And our last number, number 179. All right, let me go find these. Hopefully they go together. We will see. Well, some of them go together. Like the fall foliage scenery goes with the city, these different sceneries. And then this is like the hotel sticker type things. And then we have sewing and botanicals. So they kind of go together, but we'll see how we put them together. Okay. Looking to see. What do I want to do? Getting up in my pieces of paper up here. Let's put these on. I'm going to put these on. I feel like my glue bottle's clogged up. So I gotta take a minute. Unclog it. Sound like a cat shut the bedroom door. Shut a door somewhere. They might be in for a surprise. Okay, we're going to start with, wait, we're actually going to start with one of these. I'm just going to grab one blindly. Might grab a couple of them. Are these actual stamps? These might be actual stamps. All right. We're just going to put them on blindly. Like, bam. 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 Bam, bam, bam. Bam. Oops. Let me put these in here. Let's see what's in here. I don't know. I think I'm gonna use the bicycle somewhere, somehow. It's It's going to be the bicycle. But we're going to put our other stickers on before we put the bicycle on. Bam! And I think I rounded up all the sewing type stickers. Yeah, I'm gonna stick that one right there. We're gonna go bam, 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 bam. We're gonna put that right there. Just like that. We're gonna find our date. I'm gonna stick it right here in the middle. Now let's trim this up a little bit. Okay, here is our small sticker page for the day. I kind of like it. It was like a collage. We did a collage with our stickers. Donna, in case I forget, you need to bring the glue gun on Monday. We're going to be using the glue gun, so we need the one that you borrowed. Alright, you guys, there we have it. And with that, we're going to call it done for the day. As always, be safe. Don't let the world change your smile. Let your smile change the world. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.